Hello, avid students. As you can tell, I don't sound the greatest right now. You do know that I was supposed to be gone this week for my mom. Unfortunately, this weekend I got a really bad cold, so I am currently at home. I won't be in school, but I do miss you a lot. We are going to be working on focused note taking this week and up until the winter break. So what you're going to find, you're going to go in your quarter two folder. Now it looks a little different for you eighth graders watching this. You do not have that Code Talker folder in our quarter two folder, but you will see some other stuff coming up. So what you're going to do is you're going to go in this focus note taking folder, and you'll see a whole bunch of different colored folders here that I've got all organized for you. Hopefully the sub told you to start here. You'll click on that. In here, you're going to see, obviously I'm recording the video right now, so you haven't seen the video in your folder yet, but you'll see this focus note-taking lesson using animated shorts. What I want you to do is download that to your iPad, and it's going to look like this. Now, I'll be honest with you, it took me a long time to realize that you had to be doing it in presentation mode. I couldn't get any of the things right. It was very embarrassing, and I'm sure you would have all loved to see my struggle. But what I need you to do while you're working in this PowerPoint is to have it on presentation mode. So like I said, we are going to be working on focus note taking. It seems like a lot right now, and I know for you eighth graders, you've already seen some focus note taking in action. Seventh graders, this is brand new. You will get through it, I promise. We'll keep going into the new year and continue with it. So with focused note taking, the process and the practice, our essential question is, how can focused note taking support my current and future academic success? You know I love talking about your future academic success. You know I love talking about all of your future things. So this is just going to help you in the long run and actually currently as well. So there are 5 phases when it comes to focused note taking. Like I said, it sounds like a lot. It's going to get easier and easier as we go. The first phase is actually taking the notes. The second is processing your notes. Third, connecting your thinking. Fourth, summarizing and reflecting. And then the fifth is actually applying your learning, which we have a really fun activity we're going to be doing with that. So let's talk about phase 1, taking the notes. You need to establish a purpose and objective for note taking. That means you are creating or sharing an essential question to guide the note taking. So really that main idea of why you're taking the notes, turning that into a question. What is it that you're learning? The next part, selecting the best format for the notes when we get into phase 1, which is the next video you'll watch. We're going to talk about those different formats and the different purposes behind them. I do have, you'll see up on the front board, I've got paper there, but I am going to give you the option to do it online as well. The third part of phase 1 is writing notes based on your sources. So that's selecting, paraphrasing, and arranging the information thoughtfully. Different kinds of formats, you'll see that Cornell note. This is the traditional Avid note-taking format. It is not one of my favorites, but I do know that a lot of students like it because of the way it is laid out. We also have 2 or 3 column notes, graphic organizers, mind maps, interactive notebooks. I know for me, one of my favorite ways is to do like a color coding system and then making it kind of pretty, which sounds silly, but it works for my brain. Phase 2 is going to be processing the notes. So after you're done writing them, you are going to reread and think about the notes. You need to process those within 24 hours of taking the notes, because you know our brains, you've seen mine work and how you will tell me something and 2 seconds later I forget. We need to make sure that we are going through and remembering those notes close enough to the actual time that we took them that our brains are still freshly thinking about them. We need to collaborate with our notes. We need to revise and make your notes messy. That's where that fun coloring comes in, and organizing it and figuring out where your brain is going with that note-taking skill. And then you're going to clarify and organize the content. You read the notes and